Hi, this is Deborah Torres, author of Amish fiction, and here I am, ready to celebrate Christmas in July with you, with my Santa hat and my three little friends. Today, because in celebration of Christmas in July, I'm going to review a Christmas book today with you. And if you watch to the end, I'm going to reveal a special surprise regarding this book. The book is A Gift Worth Waiting For by Tracy Fredrychowski. And it deals with some sadness in the beginning. And as some of the Amish books take place, we see some things happen and people grow and there's love blooming. But anyway, let's go ahead and start talking about it. So in this book, it begins at a funeral. And we begin learning about Amanda Byler and her 7 siblings. Now, Amanda and her 7 siblings are suddenly left orphaned. Their mother has passed away. Father passed away 3 years before. So suddenly Amanda, who is the oldest sister, is left with a huge responsibility of taking care of her younger siblings. Now, she has 2 sisters that are a little bit closer in age to her, Sadie and Katie Byler. So they're there to help. And actually Bishop Weaver, comes by and encourages Amanda to stay home, raising the younger siblings, and have Sadie and Katie Byler looking for work. So that's what happens in the beginning. Right away, there are money questions. They live in a house, and Amanda thinks at first that the house is paid for and they don't have to worry about the mortgage. But they learn from a visit from the bishop that the house isn't paid for, and the Amish community of Willow Springs has been taking care of the house and taking care of payments for the house whenever Amanda's mother was alive. So now the community has decided that the girls will possibly have to move to a smaller home, changing schools and uprooting their lives. So anyway, all that is on Amanda's shoulders, in addition to just a feeling like God has abandoned her. You know, God has put something in her life that's just too hard for her, and she's not happy with him. So right away, there's money questions. Is the house paid for? We hear Amanda saying, "Why me?" And one of her friends, Maggie, comes up and says, "Why not you?" Maggie Schrock. It's not our place to question God. So Amanda's got a lot weighing on her shoulders, and interestingly enough, there is a young man that new to the community is living across the street from Amanda Byler and the other Byler girls in from their house. He is a young widower, and he is actually a nephew of Bishop Weaver. So one thing Bishop Weaver challenges Adam in a conversation that they have is he asks her to be Amanda's friend. And Adam is just like, how am I supposed to do that? And so Bishop Weaver leaves it up to Adam to figure it out. And so we've got Adam wanting to be her friend. And Adam, like I said, I think he's a widower, and he has some tragedy in his own life. So he actually is a really good person to be a friend to Amanda because he can relate. A lot of times when we go through hard times, I think sometimes the best people to talk to are people who have been through something similar to what we've been through. I've been through pain like we have. So they have that in common. So anyway, we've got Adam, and Adam ends up deciding to write a note to Amanda and drop it in her mailbox. And I love how Tracy does this in the book. It's just kind of a something. Sometimes you can write down your feelings a little bit better than you can actually say them. So that's what happens. Adam starts asking her questions, and Amanda starts answering questions. And they've got this whole mailbox thing going on, which I think is really sweet and cute. Anyway, I wrote down here, they have letters on healing, and they communicate this way at first. So Amanda is ashamed that all she can think about is having to bear the burden of raising these girls and basically putting her life on hold. You know, she figures, once the girls are older, and grown, then she'll have lost her own opportunity to marry and bear children, because she'll be so old by then that she figures she won't be able to do that. So suddenly her life shifts and she's not happy about it. And she's very upset about it in the beginning. But Adam encourages her. I think in one of his letters, he says he is at work, meaning God is at work. You just can't see it. So I like that as well. So Bishop Weaver comes, visits, and says, the community can't handle this mortgage any longer. A lot of times Amish communities help in this way. They help when family members are sick or there's hospital bills or things like that. They help each other, and sometimes things get too big. And so they decide to, again, like I said, they're going to have to move the girls out to a smaller place. They're going to have to switch schools, and everything's going to have to be uprooted. But Bishop Weaver does say to Amanda that she has till January, so she can get through the holidays, and she doesn't want to tell anyone, the girls. She can get through the holidays, and then they'll talk about it. So she's got that burden on her shoulders, but at least she's got a little bit of time. One thing Bishop Weaver says before he leaves that day, after telling her all that, is when fear knocks on the door, send faith to answer. So I like that as well. So anyway, I like this book because it does deal with holidays and Amish life. We do have Thanksgiving that the characters go through. They end up having Thanksgiving at Adam's house. And I love what Tracy does. It made me laugh because I think Amanda goes to help prepare the turkey. Something happens with the turkey. I forget what it is. And I think he says something, and Amanda's kind of surprised. And the turkey slips out of her hands and goes skidding across the floor. And this is the raw turkey before it's cooked. So anyway, I thought that was pretty funny, but I'm sure they just washed it and put it back in the pot. Is probably I would do as well. So anyway, Amanda does think that every now and then it pops in her head that maybe Adam is interested in her. One thing she says, which I thought was interesting, is what man in his right mind would agree to an instant family? So she doesn't really know Adam's thoughts, and I love that we kind of get a little bit into Adam's thoughts as we learn more about his character. And he is a grieving man, but I think his wife had passed away 2 years earlier, and I think he also had a young child. So he is ready for a family. He's ready for someone to fill his empty house. So we have that going on. Adam and Amanda meet often at the wooden bench outside Amanda's mom's garden. She says that's the place where she feels her the most. So it's really special that they get to meet there and talk and drink some coffee and just learn a little bit more about each other and life. So Amanda says at one time that Adam has helped her to see the good in life. So again, a good friend, good suggestion on Bishop Weaver's part to have Adam talk to Amanda and be her friend. So I'm not going to tell you what happens in the story. I'm not going to tell you the ending, although I really want to. I want you to read it for yourself so you can get yourself a copy of A Gift Worth Waiting For. And for now, for a limited time, it's absolutely free at the link below. If you're watching this video after that limited time, it's still at a great price on Amazon. It's a novella, so it's a quick read. I told you at the beginning of this video that there was a surprise at the end, and the surprise at the end is this. Tracy and I have teamed up to write a sequel to A Gift Worth Waiting For. She and I actually team up to write Katie and Sadie Byler's stories. I write Sadie Byler's story, and she's writing Katie Byler's story. And these are just incredible stories of the girls at the funeral, just the same place where A Gift Worth Waiting For started. Our book, An Amish Christmas at the Apple Blossom Inn, starts at the funeral as well. But it's from the perspective of the two younger sisters, Sadie and Katie Byler. So you get to see what happens, what they feel, what they go through. They are the ones that have to go to work, and they work at the Apple Blossom Inn that actually Amanda used to work at before her mother passed. So they're working at the Apple Blossom Inn, and just what happens to them as they recover from the grief of their mother passing and deal with the pressure with Amanda of possibly losing their home and actually just entering a whole new world in the Englisher world of working at the Apple Blossom Inn. So anyway, there they are in Willow Springs, Pennsylvania, figuring it out. So anyway, that's the secret I wanted to tell you about. So go ahead at the link below, get a gift worth waiting for. Again, during this limited time, you're going to get it for 99 cents. And then go ahead and pre-order our book, An Amish Christmas at the Apple Blossom Inn. We're so excited to have you read this book and learn more about the Byler girls. Okay, that's all for now. Make sure you subscribe to my channel below if you don't subscribe yet. And make sure you get a gift worth waiting for and pre-order An Amish Christmas at the Apple Blossom Inn. We'll see you on the next Amish book review.